Hello guys, welcome back to algebra class. And this time, we'll go over the transformations and properties like part 2. So basically this chapter is about graph transformation and like such some key properties such as domain and range and like solutions, y-intercept, stuff like that. So I will go over question number 1. I hope you guys can do question number 2 and 3 and 4 by yourself. And then I will go over number 5 and you are going to finish up rest of them by yourself. I mean, number 9, I will not go over it. I will just briefly explain. So even before I go over this one, let's write this one down somewhere over here on the top. So remember, for when it comes to graph transformation, you have something like this, A times, let's say this one is a absolute value, let's say, says the B x minus h plus k, right? So A, this one is a vertical stretch. So if A is greater than 1, we call it vertically stretched. And if it is less than 1, we call it vertically compressed. What I mean is if this number is greater than 1, graph will be narrower. The number inside the like absolute value or parentheses, that one is gonna be horizontal shift. And this one is gonna be, let's say if B is greater than 1. So think about the like girl's hairband. Like you are gonna move horizontally. How will you make this one like thinner, like narrower? You compress it. In that case, your hairband will look like this, right? So this one is gonna be horizontally compressed if B is bigger than 1. And if B is less than 1, which means you are gonna make it wider. How can you make this one wider? You just stretch it horizontally. In that case, like your graph, if you stretch it horizontally, that's gonna make it wider. Unlike this one, for the vertical thing, yeah, like if you stretch it vertically like that, that's gonna make it thinner. And if you compress it like this graph will be wider because you kind of like compress it. And that's what it is, okay? So keep that in mind. If A is less than 1, we call it vertically compressed. If B is less than 1, we call it horizontally stretched. So this one can be a little bit confusing, but always think about like hairband, okay? That will help you. And H, obviously, this one's a left and right. Like I'm not gonna even say which one is left, which one is right. It's gonna work opposite sign. Keep that in mind. K is up and down. It follows the sign. Okay. So let's do this one. Which of the following is not true about the transformation of quadratic function below here? So this one is not even absolute value, just like this. This one is quadratic, but it's the same thing. So there's no number in outside, so who cares? But this one is inside, that's a horizontal. And 1/3 is clearly less than 1. So this one is a horizontally stretched because graph is going to be wider because that's smaller, right? How can you make it stretch? How can you make it wider? You stretch it horizontally like that, okay? And then it's a 4 to the right because it's up, it goes opposite sign. But up and down goes like it follows the sign. So which one is this one? Graph translate 4 units to the right. Yeah, that's correct. Graph is vertically shifted 7 units down. Yeah, 7 units down. Horizontally stretched by 1/3. Correct. Horizontally compressed? No, it's a D. So I believe you guys can do question number 2. I was not planning to go over question number 3, but I think I should go over this. So probably many of you will probably think this one is gonna be vertically stretched by 2. That's gonna say like horizontally stretched by 1/5 and 20 to the right. That's the common misconception here, right? And you're gonna say, wait a second, Mr. Kim. This one asks like which one is correct, right? But there's so many correct. So 20 units right is correct. Horizontally, this one is correct. Vertically stretched by 2 is correct. Vertically compressed, well, vertically compressed by 1/5. This one is not correct, but we have a 3 correct answer. What's going on, right? That's probably your question, and maybe you will say maybe you made a mistake. Answer should be A because that's the only false answer. That's not true because look at this. Do you see there's another parenthesis inside here? Because this 1/5, this one should be like, well, you're not gonna see this one on the test, so that's why I'm going over this one, but just in case. This one is somewhat like a GCF, so you kind of had to factor it out. So let me rewrite this one in absolute value form. So this one looks like this, 2 1/5 x minus 20, right? But in order to do it, you gotta factor this one out. So this one is in fact, so I'm gonna divide by 1/5 both sides. It's like 1/5 parenthesis x minus 20 divided by 1/5. Yeah, you guys will think that's a crazy, but that's not that bad. It's 100 actually. Okay, so you should make it look like this, which makes sense because if you distribute like this, that's gonna be 1/5 x minus 20. It looks like this one, right? Yeah, but if you wanna do the graph transformation, you gotta make it look like this, okay? Then it's gonna be easy now. Vertically stretched by 2. It's gonna be horizontally compressed by horizontally stretched by 1/5 and 100 to the right. So which one is true? Yeah, this one is true. It's not oh yeah, this is false. Never mind. Yeah, so this is should horizontally stretched because it's less than 1. I kind of like messed up. Yeah, so D cannot be true, okay? It's actually 100. I'm not sure if I put some questions like this here, but no. And this one only happens if you have like something, let's say you have like +1, like -1, stuff like that. Yeah, then that's gonna affect it. But if you don't see any plus minus sign here, you don't have to worry about this. And I highly doubt that you will see these type of questions, but I put it here because I thought this one is pretty interesting. So yeah, again, if you don't understand about this, you don't have to worry about it. Like for example here, like yeah, I don't think I will go over this, but here, do you see this one looks different? This one does not have a like another parenthesis inside here, but here this one you have it, right? So you're safe here because x minus 7 is already separated by 4 here. So this one you just move it like vertically stretched by 3, horizontally compressed by 4, like you're safe to say like 7 to the right, okay? So you're gonna choose everything that you need to do here, okay? So that's it. I'm not gonna go over question number 5. I was planning to do it, but I didn't not look at it carefully. But instead, I will go over question number 7. No, actually, let me go over question number 9. That will be better because question number 7, a lot of you will actually get it. So here, which of the following describes the domain and range of the function below? And I saw a lot of mistake about this one from you guys last time. So if you want to do it, let's put this one into decimals. It's not a very big deal here. So first, I'm going to put 2 absolute value, x plus 4 minus 5. So I got this one. And look at this, -6.5 and -1.5. And you will probably think, oh yeah, so answer is going to be this because this one is included. No. These two numbers are called solution, which means x-intercept. This one is nothing to do with like domain and domain. So remember, if you use decimals, domain is going to be all real number all the time in the first semester. Like second semester, there are exceptions. But first semester, domain, you use decimals, domain is all real number. Memorize that. So let's talk about the range. Range is the bottom to top. So what's the lowest number in this case? Well, we got -4, -5. But range is the y value only, so lowest number is -5. It's included, so I'm gonna use bracket, comma. Highest number is infinity, like this, okay? And watch out if you got some like this, it's gonna be opposite. So your answer is gonna be D. Some of you will say, Mr. King, isn't it the same thing? No, this one is a parenthesis, this one is a bracket. Do you understand? I mean, there are like at least 10 students who asked me about it, and I guess that's my fault. So that's about it, guys. If you have any question, let me know. I cannot really say always, but I'm available most of the time. And I will make it happen even if I don't have time because I love you guys. All right? So that's about it, guys. Have a good time and see you later.